Welcome to our Contour Like the Kardashians class. I'm super excited to talk about these 4 shades and how versatile they can be. And way to go to everyone who's already typed their name. You are getting entered into winning one of our brand new products. It's our illuminating bronzers. And so thank you for typing your name in the chat. And if you're watching from Facebook or YouTube, make sure you put your name in. And for some reason, it's not letting you comment, send me a text message and I'll double check those too. So welcome. We have Sherry on. So glad you're here. Yay. I got to hang out with you twice today, girl. I'm so lucky. Holly, yay. Thank you so much for being on here. Ruth, yay. And thanks for supporting Rachel. Hey, Sarah. And I get to hang out with you like 3 times today. Super fun. Welcome, Edith. Sorry about earlier today. I saw you had hopped on, but I had already started a different Zoom. But glad that you're on here now. So, and Holly, yep, hello to Sarah and Jotina. Love that you're here. And thank you so much for supporting Donna and Taya. Yay, Taya. And also with Taya, I didn't see that you were signed up for earlier today until after it had already passed. So I appreciate you hopping on tonight, supporting Donna. And welcome, Sabrina. And welcome, Christine. So glad you guys are here. So we're going to be talking about bronzers and contour, but also some versatile ways that you can use these contour colors and highlights in some different way to also use it as like eyeshadows too. So a fun new video that I watched the other day, I just am mesmerized by it. And I know all the colors that she's wearing. So we're going to watch that here in a second. And Mary Lynn, so glad you're here. And Tirsa, welcome, welcome. So what I'm giving away today is this illuminating bronzer. These are in the catalog. But unfortunately, Mary Kay had an issue. They were like breaking and cracking. Mine's not broken though. So, so pretty. It's like a bronzer, but with like illuminating specks in it. So this is the giveaway. You can't even order this from your consultant because it was breaking. Mary Kay like stopped, like just kind of figured out how they can get it better before they like really market it. But luckily I got some early at our leadership. Anyway, so I'm excited to give this as a giveaway today because it's not even available to order. So what we're going to do is talk about some product, like how-tos, where to put bronzers and highlights. But then we're going to watch this video and I'm going to I don't know if you'll be able to hear me while the video is going. I've never tried that. So, but I want to kind of walk you through, and maybe I'll just have to tell you after everything she did, because it's so fun to watch. And then we're going to spin the wheel and find out what our gift with purchase is. And then I'm going to give you a chance to think about who do you know and love that you'd love to refer to a free treatment. Like the beauty consultants in here, we're working on doing 100 free facials. And so whether someone lives local to them or not, like we can do treatments virtual. We're doing hydration happy hour on Wednesdays. That are such a pampering, amazing experience. And so a fun way to uplift and pamper a girlfriend. Or if it's been a while since you've tried the products, like reach out to your beauty consultant. We can get some samples to you if you don't live local. So, and then at the end, we'll spin our wheel and find out who our giveaway winner is. And so on here, we're going to talk about placement first. I'll make this even bigger and we can text a picture of this to you. So all the beauty consultants, this is saved in the boards under the events. And then it's a Thursday class since it's Thursday and it's already down there. If you just scroll down, you'll see a picture of this in events and the Thursday Facebook class. So contour with confidence. So finding your face shape is the first step in contouring, figuring out where are you putting your contour, where are you putting your blush, where are you putting your highlighter. Now for everyone, your highlight or your blush, you will smile finding the natural cheekbones, and I'll kind of have this here. So you're going to smile finding your natural cheekbones. That's where your blush will put. So for everyone, it might be slightly different, but on the top of your cheekbones there. And to make it not look round, you don't want it to be in a round circle. So you want to start a little farther back and then come down. And I like to use a little, and then you can always add more if you're like, okay, a little bit more color because it's easier to add more than take away. So, but the beautiful part is our makeup and our eyeshadows, blush, it's easy to blend with your fingers and just kind of soften up any harsh lines. And so I love that. You're going to see actually on the video, the model doing the reel just uses her fingers because her eyeliner was a little far out. So pay attention to that when she's doing her eyeliner. So you're going to even more than just contour today. You're going to get a couple other fun facts there. Then with your contour, if you have an oval shaped face, they have it kind of right below the blush there. That's going to make the cheekbones even stand out more. If you have a more round face, to help it look more oval, having contour at the top and at the bottom and even right below the blush. If you have a more square face, which I think I'm kind of, I don't know where I'm at. I don't even know what my face is. Sometimes I feel like it's square. Who knows? And maybe it's pretty oval. I know it's not long, and I don't think it's heart shaped. I'm really, yeah. Anyway, but you can kind of see on the square face, kind of a lot like the round, and then the heart shaped, very similar, except you're not doing it lower because they already have it very nicely. Like, her face is already perfectly shaped at the bottom. So, and then the long face, that long, dark contour at the top to help the face look not so long. So it's all kind of like an illusion, right? And you've seen probably a million of contour videos online. The one I'm going to show you is just really one of my favorites. It's so, so cute. So I will show you, and she'll show you in the video too. We have two different highlights that are regular line. So they're around all the time. And we have two different contours too. And so this is, if you're a more ivory to beige colored skin color, you'll like the glazed highlighter and the latte bronzer. And so those are the colors I use morning and night. I love it as my finishing touch for my makeup. Now, if your skin is bronze, you're going to use our cocoa highlighter or bronzer that's down here. And I think it's called Honey. Now I've forgotten the name. I'll have to look it up really quick. But this is your, it's the other color. So not the glazed, but I think it's Honey Glow, I think is the name. And that's the highlighter for more bronze skin. But she uses this color in this video. She's using this darker bronzer also as an eyeshadow accent. And she uses the latte, this color, as an eyeshadow kind of mid-tone. And then she uses this as a highlighter for her eyeshadow and also right below the brow too. She even uses her finger and just grabs it and puts it there. And then also she's first shows how to contour and how to shape your brush. I think the brush she is using, and I have mine right here, is the big fluffy powder brush of ours. That's what it looks like. I personally love and use the blush one because I can use it for 3 different products. I can use it for my blush, which I do first, smile, find that natural cheekbone. Then on the very tip, I use the highlight. Just get it right above the blush. I like to add actually a little above the blush, but on the center. And then she squeezes the brush and use it down her nose to help her nose look more slender. And then but I like looking at the video, and you can kind of see too, I think she's using this brush, but she's like playing with it and making it like skinny by how she squeezes it. So that I thought was a really cool technique. And then for my contour, I just use that back to that same blush brush. I use the blush in the middle, the highlight on the tip, and then the contour, the bronzer at the bottom. And I use that up at the top here, down here, right below the blush to like shape the face. So I use this brush, but I am going to play around with the other one, the powder brush, because after watching the video, it was pretty fun. So we're going to screen share that. I'm hoping I can do this because I think it's will work. We're going to send positive thoughts that the screen share is going to work very good. We're going to watch this short little video, and let me make sure also share tab. There's some music playing in the background. It's just a reel, so she's not talking during it. Okay, I'm going to make sure cool. I think this is going to work. So let's pull this up. And nope, hang on. Need to remove that. There we go. Can you guys see it? So yeah, and Monica, so glad you're on, and welcome Ruth. So glad you're here, and Rachel. Yay, yay, yay. Give me a thumbs up if you can see. There's a picture of a girl there. Anyway, do you guys see the picture there? It's going to be a little reel that we're going to watch. I think it's working because I can see it on my screen, and I'm hoping the sound works good. This is my first time kind of screen sharing on StreamYard in this type of way. Oh, cool. Thank you, Rachel. Thanks for the thumbs up. So now I'm going to play it. It's going to be so fun. And yeah, I kind of gave you a hint, but of what she's doing, but we'll talk about it more after. So, and let me know if you have any questions. Here we go. So that's contour she's using as a blush. And that's the highlight right down her nose. Just squeezing the brush and for the top. She uses her fingers. So fun. I love that one. Latte and cocoa. It's not fun. This is a brown eyeliner. So just brings it up with her fingers. Mascara. Woo! And the lips. Oh my gosh, isn't that fun to watch? I posted that video in our Mary Kay Beauty Sesh Facebook group, so you can go there to rewatch it. I've watched it a couple times already. I think it's super fun. And so to kind of go over the colors that she's using, I love that they told us too what color she's using. So I'm going to just read my things here. So for the we'll start with the contour because that's, contour like the Kardashians, right? That's what we're talking about tonight. So she used the lighter contour, which is the latte. She used it as a blush, and then she used it as an like a mid-tone color on her eyelids. The cocoa contour she used as the darker eyeshadow, and the latte she also used up in the corners there by her like up the top of the forehead there. And then the glazed highlighter, that's her lightest highlighter. She used that in a couple different places. She used it down her nose. She also used it below her eyebrow, and she used it on her eyelid. If you saw that, just as a highlight, which I think is brilliant. I've been using these colors since Josie was born, 6 years. It came out, I think, the very same month she was born. And I was, I just had a baby, but I brought my highlighter and contour stuff to the hospital. And, the next day when I was feeling a little better after I had her, I was just sitting in bed doing my makeup, doing my contour. So I've been using these for 6 years. I have never thought to use them as an eyeshadow. So I love how versatile. So I'm super excited to play with that tomorrow morning. And then she used the brown eyeliner, and it's waterproof. This is the crayon type where it twists. And, she had a little extra on the side, so she just used her finger to kind of like clean that up. Then she used the Panorama mascara, which is super fun. You can do it in 3 different angles with that mascara brush. And then with the lips, she used the beige nude lip liner. When you're using lip liner, you want to trace your lips and get that shape you want. Fill it all the way in with the actual lip liner. And then on top, she did the Better Than Bare Hydrating Supreme Hydrating Lipstick, which that is a very, like, lipstick is usually drying, but not our hydrating lipsticks. They're very hydrating, hence the name. So those are the colors she used. I also posted all those colors listed in the reel that I put in the Mary Kay Beauty Sesh. If you're not in that and you want to be invited, let us know. But if you click on to see more, you'll be able to, because I just put it in the comments, like you'll be able to watch her video again and have that. So I thought that was a super fun way to learn not only how to contour, but how to use the contour in different ways too, and as eyeshadows. Like, so brilliant. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to pull up our wheel of names, and we're going to spin the wheel to find out what our gift with purchase is. But I guess before I do that, I want to talk a little about prices, because if something you see today, you're like, I would love to try that and get that. Some products we do have samples of. The contour and the highlight, unfortunately, we don't. When I demo them, when I'm in person with somebody and they want to try it, I just use a cotton ball. Like, these are my full-size demos, and I just use a cotton ball and let them, so I don't use like a brush because I don't want to have them accidentally double dip or something, but I use a cotton ball really and have them kind of shape it and put it on. And if they need a new cotton ball, I'll just get them a new one. So that's how I demo, just to give consultants an idea of that. And sometimes I can use those and put them in little bags if I'm mailing samples. So I kind of, in a way, make my own samples with that, but just keep it super sanitary. And so that's an idea of how to use those as samples and to demo with people. But the beautiful part about Mary Kay is we have 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if there's something that you're like, oh, I think I really like that, but if you find you don't, we have that where you can let us know what, why you want to return it, or, like, let us know and we can refund it or trade it for something else. And that doesn't cost us anything to do that. Mary Kay backs that up 100%. And so we want to make sure you are in love with your Mary Kay products. We want to make sure that you don't have any products that you're not using. We want to make sure you don't have, like, sometimes we might have a makeup junk drawer or a graveyard drawer where, like, we bought something, but we're like, oh, I don't really like it, but I don't want to throw it away because I bought it. And so the beautiful part about Mary Kay is you never have to have that. You can trade out for something else. So, okay. So what we're going to do is talk a little about prices. So all these come individual. They're $14, the highlighter and the bronzer. And this is a compact that you can put it in, so that I like it because I just open up one thing and I can have my eyeshadows, my blush, my highlighter, and my bronzer all in one little place. This is my favorite one because it's the medium-sized one. It's our perfect palette. Can't remember how much it costs, but you guys are probably not surprised because, and I sometimes have a catalog around here, but it seems to not be, I think I know where it's at. I think it's in my planner. So yeah, so that's the beautiful part about, actually, no, I can't find it. Anyway, maybe a consultant can let me know how much this one is because I'll probably say the wrong price, but I love this because as a mirror, it's like sleek, easy to pack. This is what I travel with. What I use every day is my big palette, the Pro palette, which doesn't have a mirror, but I just use my bathroom mirror because that's really big. It can hold every single eyeshadow that we have, plus blush, highlighter, and bronzer. So I love just opening up one thing and being able to play in different colors. I pick usually, different. I go back and forth between a couple different highlighters that I love, midtones that I love, and accent colors just based on my mood or maybe what I'm going to be wearing that day. Thank you, Sarah. It's $20. That was my guess, but I was just like, maybe I'm wrong enough. So thank you. Thank you, Sarah. You're fantastic. So, and then we do have a smaller one. It's not my favorite for a couple of reasons. It only holds up to 4 eyeshadows. Or you can hold one eyeshadow and one contour, highlighter, blush. And so anyway, my favorite is this one. It's just perfect size. It gets the job done. It's easy to travel with, $20. It comes unfilled. You decide what you put in it. If you don't want to fill up the whole thing, it's okay. But you do, I love to have like 3 eyeshadows, a blush, a highlighter, and bronzer. Like that's my everyday look there. And then when you run out of one color, which I usually run out of my lightest first, like for eyeshadow or whatever, then you can just replace that one color. So that's, I think, really cool how Mary Kay is so careful about the environment is once you have a compact, you don't need to buy another one. And if for some reason it breaks, your consultant will help you and get you a different one and do a product replacement or something. But, just because there's been a time or two maybe where I dropped it. But for the most part, they're pretty durable. I've dropped it more times than it's broken. So that's a little about the perfect palette. And it really is the name, perfect palette. So $20. Yes. And you're welcome, Ruth. Yeah. She got something that she was like, I didn't think this was what it was going to be. And that's the beautiful part about the product replacement. And she's like, I feel so bad. I'm like, no, this is perfect. I love to hear from people. I want them to tell me if there's something that's not quite right, because maybe, we can just, answer a quick question and it'll be better. Or maybe it is really just not the right color. So welcome, Ashley. Thank you so much for being on. You're totally great, girl. Totally great. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is spin the wheel. I'm going to add, I have to change the screen I'm sharing. I'm so glad that video worked. And Ashley, I posted a really fun video that I'll text you. It's just like a minute or so that you can watch. And it's about different contour techniques and how you can use it as eyeshadows too, and highlighters, midtones, accents, it will blow your mind. So, okay, so let's spin the wheel here and find out what our gift of purchase is. And another thing I love about the contour is everything is $14. The highlighters are $14. The blush is $14 too. The bronzer is $14. And look at this. It's going to be less than $14. 10% off your order. So how fun is that? Let me write that down. Yeah, so that's the thing that I love about this is I'm like, everything's 14 pretty much, except for the compact is 20 if you're gonna put them all in a compact, but that's something there. And even the blush brush that I was showing that I like to angle and do all 3 products with, the highlighter, bronzer, and the blush, that one's 14. So, I mean, Mary Kay, I am grateful that they keep it simple with the contour stuff. Cool. And then, so 10% off your order. So whether you're wanting to order some fun new contour products that we showed today, or it's something else that you're running low on, we want to make your life easier. And so you don't have to be thinking late at night, oh, I'm almost out of my cleanser. I'm almost out of my moisturizer. That was me like last night. And I was like, oh, I got to get a new cleanser, a new night cream, because I had run out of both of those at the same time. And so that's, yes, Monica. Yep. I don't think you're in that group. So yeah, I can send that to you. And our Pro Palette is $28. Isn't that a fantastic deal? This huge, beautiful compact that you can fit every single eyeshadow in, blush. Yeah, I think that is my favorite to play with. So I'm just making a note here. Okay. Sweet. So yeah, and Ashley says, oh yeah, those are so cool. You can change your complete face shape, nose, and everything. Yeah. And this girl, she's already, like, I already feel like she has a great face shape to begin with, but it is fun to see those videos where they're like I just watched them last night. And sometimes I'm like, how real is this? Because her nose was like really gigantic. And then she did contour and all of a sudden it like looked like normal. And I'm like, okay, is this a filter or does she really use, the highlight in the way she did anyway? So, because I just watched a video the other day, there's like thousands of contour videos that you could spend the rest of your life just watching on social media or wherever, YouTube, because people do that. It's pretty popular to watch, but I really enjoyed the one on Mary Kay. So, okay, so 10% off your order. And what we're going to do now is give you a chance to think about who you'd love to refer. Sorry, it keeps popping up that window. And come on. There we go. So to see who you'd love to refer to a free treatment. Maybe they want to come back and try a contour treatment too. We offer those. And Ashley, oh, yes, she says, I follow a few cosplay players. And oh my goodness, it's so cool to watch. That would be way cool. Yep. I know I don't follow too much, but anyway, they somehow pop up and I'm like, oh, this is fun. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to give you a quick minute. This gets me all of the guests that are on here, their names entered into the drawing because we're going to do one of our illuminating bronzers as the giveaway. So make sure that you've typed in your name, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, or you've sent me a text message. So, or text your consultant if you don't have my number and have her comment on here. So give you a couple minutes. I'm going to turn on some music and give you that time to think about who you'd like to refer to a free treatment. Here we go. Okay, thanks so much for hanging on. It's a little slower for some reason tonight, typing everyone's comments and stuff. But yay, I think I have everyone on the wheel of names. I'm going to add that right now so that you can see if it's on there. Cool. So I put your name in alphabetical order so you can double check you're on there. And as we wrap up, I want to thank you so much for being on here and supporting your beauty consultant. I'm excited to show our best kept secret here coming up. So on here, our best kept secret, well, this is not our best kept secret. This is our deals and discounts. And if you go down to like the professional brush set, she was using the big fluffy powder brush, but you can also use the blush brush that you could also just kind of squeeze and use as that highlight. And you can use it up in the different areas and as a blush. So that one can be sold separately for $14. You can get the full brush set for $56, and it comes with 3 eyeshadow brushes, a blush brush, and a powder brush. And below that, the Dash Out the Door, they have a blush in there, a liquid eyeshadow, a mascara, a lip gloss, and an under eye corrector. But you saw her Dash Out the Door look, which includes she had the highlighter, 1 highlighter, 2 bronzers that she also used as eyeshadows. Then she has her eyeliner and mascara, and then a lip liner and a lipstick. So that was her 7 products. And so I'd have to add those up to see exactly what they'd be. But you can talk to your consultant if you want the exact look. I put it in the Facebook group exactly what colors she was using. And I can go in there and total them up too, so you guys can know. But I imagine it's around the cost of a set. And then there is the deals that we have at the Princess, Queen, and Cadillacs. If you're getting multiple sets, we love to give you a savings. When you pick out 4 sets, and it can be anything on the page or kind of like a la carte, you only pay $199, and you can get our travel roll-up bag for free. Love this bag. Love it, love it, love it. So much fun. Keeps everything organized in my bathroom. And then when I travel, it's so easy because I already put my travel stuff in there. So I just roll it up and away we go. So I'm not going to forget something like deodorant because that would be horrible. So I love that. Not only do I keep skincare and makeup in there, but I keep hair care, body care. It's all in there. So that's what we talked about. She already had foundation on, so finding your perfect match with your consultant. I know Sabrina got some foundation samples, and so finding what color. Let me know, Sabrina, what color ended up working if you and Sarah have already got together. And but yeah, finding your correct color. And then the finishing set. You know, she didn't do this on the video, but I always love to end with a finishing pressed powder. And I just use that big fluffy brush that she was showing for the pressed powder and has that as my final thing. Or you can use our translucent loose powder, and that shade is good for all skin types, all skin colors. It's translucent. So it's just basically a loose powder that has that finishing touch there. And then there's a finishing spray that you can close your eyes and just do an X and a T, and then just kind of fan your face and let the finishing spray just kind of lock in your makeup, and but it's so breathable, and it's incredible. So I feel like our makeup lasts long anyway. We don't really need a finishing spray, but for those days where you're like, I need my makeup perfect by the end of the day, or I'm going to a reception or a wedding, or I'm, have something that I just want to make sure my makeup's looking fresh all day. That's when I use that finishing spray. And yeah, so that's everything on there. And now our best kept secret, drum roll. Holy moly. Mary Kay extended it. It was $20 in March, magical March, and now it's Abundance April, Audacious April, Amazing April, only $20. It's still just $20 to start Mary Kay. Like, I can't believe it. So I have a signing bonus. If this is something on your heart that you've been thinking about, this is the time to do it because it's only $20. We're given this beautiful gift that they extended it. And you get a brush collection, which you saw how she demoed those brushes. And I love how she's, I love that we can keep it simple and use one brush to do it all. But also with the eyeshadows, I can't remember with the eyeshadows if she was using one of her eye brushes to put those on. I know she was using her fingers at some point too. But I think she was using one of the eyeshadow brushes to apply the latte color and the accent too. So I love having that brush collection. So I think every woman deserves an amazing brush collection. So that's the gift with purchase for signing up. And yeah, so it's only $20. Blows my mind. So, and then there is an add-on you can do that's $80 and you get $450 of full-size product that you only pay $80. So that's optional. You can either do that all at once when you join, or you have the first 15 days to decide. And in that, you can use those products for yourself. It's mostly skincare, but we do have some CC cream foundations that are lightweight, plus our ultimate mascara, our oil-free eye makeup remover, microdermabrasion, charcoal mask, and our miracle set for both normal to dry skin and combination to oily. So you're usually one of them, and maybe you're more oily in the summer and more dry in the winter. You could be both, girl. I mostly just dry all 365 days, so that'd be fun to change up a bit. But the beautiful part about that, you get this gorgeous bag with mirrors, trays to facial other people if you want to have people come play and try the different things that Mary Kay has to offer. That's the beautiful part about Mary Kay, is we are designed for people to try it first. And I know we didn't send out samples for this, but at least you get to learn about it first, in this case. And we do a hydration happy hour on Wednesday where we can mail some samples to you. So you can sign up for that if you haven't already. So on here, that's our bonus. And then I always love to share if someone's interested in starting, whether it's for their own 50% off or they're interested in like having it as a side hustle. Our minimum order is $225. So we get a hand select $450 retail, whatever we want, and we only pay half of that. And for me, that still made me pretty nervous. I didn't know if I'd like this or be any good at it, but I love knowing there's a 90% buyback guarantee that Mary Kay supports and backs up beauty consultants that are starting, and they'll buy it back at 90% if you find any point you want to return any unused products. And the last things you only have to order once a year to remain a consultant. So that is a little about the crazy gift that we've been given. No fooling on April 1st. They said that. And anyway, it blows my mind. So, okay. So we are going to wrap up, do our final giveaway, and let me remove that one, add this one, and make it big. I'm going to mix them up. And we're going to see who's winning our illuminating bronzers. Super fun. So let's shuffle this up. Okay, that's shuffled good. And I'm just, you've had plenty of time to get your name on the comments. And I'm just going to check the Facebook group one more time, because I would feel bad if I saw someone commented afterwards. Cool. Oh, cool. Yeah, Sherry was wondering about the finishing spray. Yep, it is fun stuff. Yeah, just make sure you're not too close to your face when you're spraying it. Make sure your eyes are closed, and then keep your eyes closed while it dries. It only takes like 15 seconds to dry. You just kind of fan your face to make it go quicker. Checking one other place. Sorry, guys. Okay. Yep, I have everyone that's commented, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook. And now I got to find where we are at. Here we go. Okay. Let's find out who's winning our illuminating bronzers. Illuminating bronzer, I guess just one of them. And it looks like it's Mary Lynn. Congratulations. Yay. This is going to be so pretty. I don't know if you were on right at the beginning when we were showing it, but this is what it is that you won. So it's our Deep Glow Illuminating Bronzer, and this has a bronzer, but also the fun shimmery stuff in it too. So it's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, in love. Yay. Mary Lynn says, love Mary Kay. Oh, we're so grateful for you. And because of you guys, we are the #1 direct selling brand of skincare and color cosmetics in the world. So applauding you. Thank you so much for supporting your beauty consultant. Ashley says, enjoy. Oh my heck. Oh, it's so exciting. So thank you again for supporting your consultant. Next week's our feet retreat. So teaching about how to get your feet all ready for sandal season, because it's hopefully going to be here soon. I keep saying that. It's kind of cold still where I'm at, but hopefully it'll be warm eventually. Have a great rest of your day. Love you guys. Bye.